Okay, so I've just backed a piece of scrapbooking paper with the book page, because I'm gonna put that over there and show you what I mean there. But I'm just gonna ink up around the edges a little bit. This is Vintage Photo. That's that. And I'm going to use the Distress Collage medium because it's quick. So it's quick to dry. And it's brilliant for filming, actually. So, oh, where's my little applicator? There you are, hiding away. Mushrooms. I was just thinking, oh, I got mushrooms die cut, so that can go on this one. Yeah, why I like using this is because I can actually print on it too. I have to put like washi tape on the top and everything. But I can get it wet and it doesn't dissolve, but it is transparent. So not quite sure how much you could get it soaking wet, but tissue paper, you know what it's like. It just is gone. Actually, I've got a little bubble there. I'm hoping, yeah, must be dried already. There we go. So you can lift that up and it's similar texture to the Tim Holtz tissue paper that he does, so perhaps it's something like that they print on. Who knows? So I'll get that dry and then get back to you. Okay, so that's nice and dry. Oh, don't know what that is. There, and oh, I got this book out. I've had it yonks, and I loved it, and I've never used it. It's really, I think that's the range in the UK. Most probably don't do this anymore, but it's the sort of thing I love. So I'm using bits of that today, or on this project anyway. It might change in a minute because I'll do something different. Yep, so I've just got mushrooms, bit of the paper there, and I thought I'd go down the diagonal. Maybe, yeah, I'm going to put lace on because I haven't used hardly any lace whatsoever. So, or fabric, which is good, but because I've just kept with book pages and paints and a few things for a topper. Let's that today. Right, okay, and I've got a nice stamp here. I'm going to cut that in half. Actually, not quite a half. I'm gonna, and I want small. No, I have small there, so I have bigger down there and then smaller at the top. So that can go there. And that can go there. Okay. I'm going to use one of these, so I thought I might put that behind there. Use one of the circles that we've cut out recently, and maybe that in the middle. And I'm going to stitch that on for a bit more texture. Okay, with a tag top. Right, so I'll go ahead and stick that down and then come back to you when it's done. There we go. I just finished that off, and I've used green because I felt as though there's a little bit of green coming through just there. So, and then I just added a little bit with the crayons, okay, distress crayons. Okay, so that worked brilliantly. So tied everything in. That was a very simple tag, very simple. But like I said, it was really to show you that you can still see the underneath. Okay, all the writing and that. Okay, right, I'm going to see what I'm going to do next, and then I'll be back. Right, I'm going to make a little CD case. That's not quite straight, but it doesn't matter. It only gives me a guide of where to place circle die. I've just shrunk down this one a bit, okay, because this was too wide, and I quite like, even though it could go that way, I quite liked the way it looked. Okay, so I've sort of used this as a guide, okay, but I've come in a bit and shrunk it down to that size, okay, because I think that with a nice hole there would look quite nice, and it's not too big for a journal. Right, let's have a look. I'll leave that open. Get it? So the size of the paper is 9.5 that way by 6. Okay, and then on the long side, which is here, which I'm going to do it now, you score at 1.25. That's your top flap, and 5.5. Okay, and then both sides, it's sort of, I've done it a little bit, 1/4 of an inch down here longer, all right, because I always think that looks better, yeah, than totally square. I always feel like things are falling off. And then you score at 1 and 5. So I shall do that in front of you. So I've already, oh, butterfly escape there. I've already cut, so I'll do it with this one. It's no problem. It doesn't matter. Okay, I'll just check I'm in frame. Okay, so you can just see the measurements. There we go. Okay, so the first thing is our top flap, okay, which is this bit here. I mean, this is a total beginner's thing, really. Right. So 1.25. I usually do things like this wrong on camera, mind. 1.25 and 5.5. Okay. Is that right? Yep. 5.5. Because I doubted myself there. Okay, and we leave that. And then we turn round. Okay. Actually, I class that as the long side because the long side is here, but it might be different with other people. Okay, and this is what I class as my short side. All right, because that's up here. I class that bit there. Okay, and then, so we go, turn it around, it's going that way. And we score at 1 side flap and 5. There. So this is, I'm sure that's the top, just check. Yeah, that's the 1.25, so that's the top. All right, now if you want to keep things square, you can, but I'm going to shape mine a little bit. Right, what you need to get rid of, this is this bit here, and all that. Okay. And then we can draw in the curved bits if you want. It's there. I come inside that line here, that score line. Just need to go in there and then inside there. I like to shape this a little bit as well, but I'll do that in a minute. I'll just do it totally this way first, and then and inside that score line. It doesn't matter, it's going to come off in a minute. So right, so that's that. Now we need to shape things a little bit, so we'll go the other way. All right, so it's all very square at the moment. All right, so we need to shape things to make them look a bit better. I'm going to do it this way. I've done it around this one. I just move things around. Okay, so it's my top. So I will line that up and just draw around that. Slightly different shape, but that's all right. And then go down to that corner. Yeah, so I'll just carry on down there. All right, and then I'll do the same here. Okay, looks about right, doesn't it? And then on the side bit, I quite like this shape, so it's a good shape for me. I'll put that sort of on that corner there. Yeah, and then draw around, and then same here. Put that on that score line, just come down a little bit. Oops, there. And the same with this one. Right, now on here, see it comes in a little bit. I just think it looks a little bit better. I don't really want to come in that much, but I'm just going to come in a little bit. Then I'm going to move it to about there. Just going to sort of give it a bit of shape. Like that. Okay. And oops. The same with this one. Just going to come in, but not quite so much. Then I'll move it about there, about right. It just gives it a bit of shape. There we go. There's a there, and it goes there. So do you see what I mean? Just give it a bit of shape at the top there. Yeah, rather than it coming straight up. All right. Well, it doesn't look like it's cut fantastically, but it'll be fine, inked up. All right. So, but I've got myself a nice template. And then what I did here, I just so that I know the middle, because this is my template, it's no problem. So it's 4 across this way. So I'll mark it at 2. It might be 2. And the other one is 2 1/8. All right, so yeah. And this one, because it's 4 1/4, so 2 1/8. So there. And I'll start this way just in case I'm going to mill out somewhere. So 2 1/8 is there. And then join the lines. And that'll give us a center point if we want to use a die or anything like that. There we go. It's hard doing it, keeping my head out of shot. There we go. All right. And then if we want to place a die, we can. in that there. Lovely. Okay, so here's our template. So I've got 2 now. Had to try it first and then I went, ooh, yes. So, I mean, you can, you know, cut around or do what you do, but with circles, I'd use dies. But if you're square, you can cut it out if you want a square. Right, okay, right, I'm going to find some papers and then we'll go from there. Okay, so I went ahead and done that. The one thing that I showed you, okay, when you do this, is prick a hole in your other one, okay? So you got the centre. That's if you're going to, you know, cut it out. And also, don't cut everything. Once you've cut the size, put your template on and draw, and you've scored, okay? Then draw in your this, so you're not cutting twice, or else you might cut that off and then you've got to recut. So you're all doing it in one go, so it's really quick. Yeah, meant to say that, sorry folks. All right, and so it's come out beautifully. I think I used a little bit of vintage photo, but I put a bit of frayed burlap on the top because this is drying out, so I just sort of put a bit on and then put it on my brush, and I quite like that. It's quite nice. So that's that. And then I've got this die. Okay, so I use the big one from here. Now I've got a smaller one in as well, which that's what I'm going to use. Now I have no idea, there's no brand on that. Okay, so I have no idea where that come from, but that's great for that. And also I keep these together because these make the toppers when you put the big one, you know, say it's on a bit of card or something, so like that, tennis card. Okay, and you just got to make sure this is centralized. Yeah, but I got a magnetic plate, so it's quite easy to do. And then you cut those out and they cover your hole, which is really good. And I don't know what size this is even. I expect it'd be from there to there. I would say it's 2 inches. Yeah, it's 2-inch one. So it's brilliant if you've got this. It was called nestabilities, weren't there? And there used to be loads. I never did get those, so I was lucky I had this one because that's perfect size. I don't need that now, but I keep this one in there because I know they go together when I want to cut these out. And we've got these to use as well. Okay, well, I'm not going to do that yet because I'm going to decorate before I cut, which I like doing. So I'm going to, yeah, I like to just put something here. I'm most probably going to use a bit of this one. All right, so I'm going to cut some off that. I don't really want any straight edges, but just decorate with a bit of. So I know this, I'm just going to pretend. All right, know that's going to be cut off here, but that's all right. It's going to leave me a bit on the outside, and I do like that. So I might cut that off there. That there. A little bit of stamping now. And I'm going to go for black soot. some little bits here just to make sure everything's stamping fine. Not sure. Right, let me just go and cut that first, and then we'll see what it looks like. Because once you've got something inside the pocket, you see, and that's another thing I do a template, yeah, for the size of what this is, okay, and then when I keep my template together, so I know exactly what size to use when I go and get my template. It's been a while since I've used my templates, but I used to use them all the time, and I've marked the middle. Okay, so I'll go ahead and cut my circle out. It's a small one, isn't it? Okay, so I will do it by eye a little bit, but I'll know that's sort of in the middle. Yeah, and it'll take this away, but then I have a nice circle, and maybe it's only out of paper, so I'll stick it to that. Yep, that's fine. I'll go ahead and do that. Okay. Right, so I've cut that out. All right, now you can ink around this, but it doesn't matter because I'm putting that thing on the top. So ink around. I'm going to put acetate on mine. So a bit clear acetate. Actually, I'm going to stick that on first, just in case I get glue. That's going to go there. Might do a bit more stamping in a minute, not sure. And then I always make sure that I have a bit of glue around here. Oh, sometimes if your circle's a bit big, right, these flaps, you have to trim them down, okay, or else we'll see them, okay, but just lucky on mine. Going that way, aren't I? Yep, so and that's there. And if you wanted to put a policy closure, do it before you do the flap. But I most probably just put something here for it to just slip under. I worked out the envelope insert, so I done mine 4 1/8 tall by 3 3/4 across. Okay, I have checked that fits nice. So that. And let's decorate. I think I'm gonna stick with a mushroom, I think. See, got that there now. Needs to go there, doesn't it? I might cover the whole thing and then because I like it there. Yeah, I do. Let's go in there. So I'm not going to worry about the writing. I can always stamp somewhere else. Okay, right. Okay, remember that for next time. Have I done that one? 302, yeah. I'm going to go most probably off. I want anything more. Do you know what? It's just looking nice as it is. So we could stick that on. Be quite hard to place though, wouldn't it? Oh, we got a bit of leeway though. Right, hold on. Let me just got the hole in the middle. Put something else there. So look. I'm just thinking we've got that amount, so okay, but we're nearly there. One. That needs to come round. And here we are. Brilliant. Okay. And I haven't stuck it down properly, so we can, you know, put some more decoration on it. Okay, so that's our insert. Okay, it's in the right place, but I haven't stuck it down totally because I'll most probably, you know, put a stamp there or tuck something under it. And I am going to put some text around. So let's just cover one of those. That'll be all right. And let's have a look. coffee stain. A bit more, I think, everywhere. Here we are. Okay, I just added a few more stamps and I put some line paper in there, and I thought I would have that so then you could see that through the window there. And then I'm going to stitch in black all the way around mine. Oh, I was going to do, oh, the back of the envelope as well, wouldn't I? Yeah. Put a little bit of glue here, so it helped not sticking that down, so I could, you know, place the stamp underneath and everything. And like, I just flip that up and stamp there. Okay, right, I'm going to stitch around that. Okay, all stitched around. Okay, and I might stamp the back. What have I got? Let's use this. So, a little something there as well. Just add a little bit of something. Where's my envelope? Okay, and then we'll put that in here. Just move that over slightly. There we go. Like that. Okay, that looks pretty cool now. Right, and then here, yeah, I'm going to use one of these, I think, as a stopper. Okay, just got to wait for that to dry. It's just going to come down just a little bit. There we go. Perfect. Now you could do a few of those. I might go ahead and make up a few actually out of those papers, just so I've got a few, because I'm really liking that and they feel lovely. Okay, they really do. I mean, you can stitch around these as well if you want, but I don't, because I want the space, you know what I mean, in here, because that's, put that nice card in. Yeah, so I'll leave that dry. Right, I'll go ahead and do a few and then I'll come back to you. Okay, so I've done a couple more. You saw that one, didn't you? This was the other ones I'd done out of the gel prints. Okay, right, this one turned out lovely. These bits were just what I cut off at the end of here, and I stuck them to a piece of, I didn't stick them actually, I just placed them and then ran it through the machine on something like this, a bit thicker than that, but I think I used the bit I had, so it was a bit something this weight, you know, that I've used for these, and I just laid them down, zigzag all over, and then I tore the paper away, and I thought if it's the same sort of paper, then if it shows, it doesn't, you know, it doesn't matter, because it's all sort of blends in. And I didn't use the circles on the insides this time. That was that one. All right, because I thought they looked so nice when I cut them out. Then I just stuck a butterfly and then shaped it as a little embellishments. And that was the other one cut out from there. Okay, and I just thought it looked lovely. So I've done a bit of stenciling on that one because I just felt I needed a little bit brightening up to bring in this sort of colour here. So it turned out really nice, and that was the back of that one. And then done the same sort of closure type thing, and then do a little bit of writing there. And I wanted that quite plain in the background of that one because the flower's quite strong, so I just sort of went round the outside and left that in the middle. So when that went in, it looked quite nice. Yeah. Okay. And then with this one, okay, they both turned out really lovely. I didn't put anything down there because of that paper. It's just so nice, and it's the original gel print, so you've got a lot of texture on that. Even the inside was quite nice. I just, if it's a bit white, I just use my vintage photo. Okay, you might be able to see. Sort of, some of it's been done, some haven't on that one. So, and then I emphasised the leaf on that bit, that gel print. Okay, that was that big sheet, wasn't it? That was really nice. It was this one here. So use that. Okay, lined paper on the back. And I thought that's quite hidden under there. Could have been done with just being around here instead of over there, but that's the way it's worked, and I'm leaving it because I quite like it, so it's fine. Yeah, so that's those ones. That's some gel prints. There we go. So nice. So yeah, the envelope, it's sort of like, well, a CD case, isn't it, but a mini one. Okay, not so big, because I find the CD cases, because my journals are quite narrower now than they used to be, they are too big. So, and you can follow along with. So, well, thank you very much everybody for watching. Hope you enjoyed that, and speak to you soon. Bye.